Hi, I'm Cindy, and I'm a graduate student in Ryan O'Connell's lab in the pathology department. So I'm currently the University of Utah SOCNUS chapter president, and I've been involved in SOCNUS for almost 3 years. SOCNUS is a national organization that stands for the Society for Advancement of Native Americans and Chicanos in Science. Our mission is to promote diversity as well as help students grow into positions of leadership in STEM. SOCNUS offers a variety of opportunities for graduate students, and some of those include professional development workshops, community building, as well as outreach opportunities. Some of the professional development workshops that we host have a variety of different speakers from various stages in their career, and they share their stories, and as they do so, we're able to learn from them. And in addition, we have resume workshops that help you get into industry positions, and we also just provide a variety of different support systems that help you get into that next level of your career. Our community buildings include salsa dancing workshops, paint nights, as well as just barbecues and gatherings that help us get to know each other and create a great community across campus. Outreach opportunities are fantastic, and those are where we go out into the community and expose students from K through 12 about careers in science. And we also do outreach and mentoring with undergraduates who would like to go to graduate school. Being involved in SOCNUS has really made my graduate school experience so much more fun. I've been able to make lifelong friendships, and importantly, I've developed and grown so much more as a leader.
My name is Klure. I'm a third-year graduate student in the School of Biological Sciences and the co-founder of the LGBTQ STEM Interest Group. So it's a multi-career level organization composed of undergraduate students all the way to faculty for individuals pursuing careers in STEM, where we're dedicated to the professional development of queer scientists and as well as community building. It was founded in spring of 2019 by myself and another graduate student, Andy Sposato, and our faculty mentor, Ofer Rog. So we try to do lots of professional development activities, which can be anywhere from networking with queer scientists from other institutions to public speaking practice, as well as mentoring opportunities for postdocs and graduate students to mentor grad students or undergrads in our group. So our organization hosts a queer scientist seminar series here at the University of Utah, where we fly out, maybe remotely this year, queer scientists from other institutions to give a talk about their research as well as their experience of being queer in STEM. And we will be hosting a variety of talks this year with the School of Biological Sciences, Human Genetics, and the Physics Department, as well as we every semester have a variety of social events and literature discussions that our members come and get together for. So I've been able to, coming from California and moving to Utah, I've been able to form a community across campus of other queer scientists, which has been really fun. Our group often hosts literature discussions and social events where we'll all get together and you get to meet a variety of people from all over campus and all different walks of life, and it's great. And we also collaborate with other organizations such as SOCNUS, and there's the ability to meet people that way as well. So for graduate students, another great resource is the LGBT Resource Center here on campus. They're there to field any questions that a student may have about coming to the University of Utah or any student activities that they may be interested in that are LGBT oriented. They also have lots of resources such as gender neutral map locations on campus and things like that. For staff, I would recommend looking at the Vice President's Office for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, as they're another great resource as well.
My name is Kamala Ganesh, and I'm a social worker at the University Counseling Center. So we're located in the Student Services building, but currently during the pandemic, we're operating completely virtually. So you'll call the front desk at 801-581-6826 and schedule an initial intake appointment or inquire about any of our other services. The services that I'm going to be talking about today are our brief individual counseling, group therapy, support groups, couples counseling, the Mindfulness Center, and psychiatric medication management. So we do offer some specific support for graduate students. We offer a couple different graduate-specific therapy groups. So the first one is a group for all genders of graduate students. The other one is for women and femme-identified graduate students. And then this semester, we also have a new graduate student self-compassion therapy group. The Mindfulness Center is also a great place to find free workshops that graduate students can engage in to manage their mental health. We offer the Feel Better Now workshop series, which teaches skills for coping with stress, anxiety, and depression, and that cycles out over and over throughout the year. And then we also have a mental coaching workshop, which teaches skills for managing ADHD and ADHD-like symptoms, and maximizing productivity and focus. And then we offer a work-life balance workshop as well. And in October, we also have an upcoming workshop called Coping with the Chaos of COVID. So a graduate student does not need health insurance in order to seek counseling with us. Beginning on October 5th, all of our individual, group, and couples counseling services will be free. We'll be charging no-show fees, but the services themselves will be free at that date. If graduate students want to pay for any psychiatric medication evaluation or management using health insurance, we don't bill that directly, but you can always submit claims after you've received a receipt. So there are support groups that might be particularly valuable to graduate students. So one of those is the support group called Building Resilience, offered through the Center for Ethnic and Student Affairs and our counselor, Karen Kohn-Yomura. And that group is devoted to kind of having a space for support for students of color and talking about aspects of minority stress. So another support group that would be enticing to graduate students is the Women in STEM support group. And that is a space for women to be able to process their experiences of being in a field where they're not the majority. And then another support group that could be particularly helpful is the Women of Color support group that we're offering.
My name is Hinson. I'm the program manager for the BioKids childcare at the University of Utah. We are a play-based program that honors individuality in all of our children. We believe play builds skills in children, and also things like compassion and other emotional development that we want to see in children. BioKids was founded in 1999 by the actual biology department. Faculty and staff were the ones who founded it and ran it. They wanted to provide a benefit for faculty and staff in order to bring new employees here and help that department specifically. BioKids is a program that provides a nurturing environment in order to allow children to develop self-sufficiency and also their own individuality, to be caring, things like that. We also like to bring nature into our program. Our infant toddler group often goes on walks across campus, which is a little bit different than some of the other programs on campus. We do allow services for grad students. So on top of allowing services for the biology department for faculty and staff, we also help graduate students in the program that need childcare. Our staff to child ratio follows Utah childcare licensing guidelines. Our infant toddler room, we have 3 rooms. Our infant toddler room holds a 4-to-1 ratio with an entire group size of 8 children. Our preschool room during COVID-19 actually holds only 18 children, which would normally be a 1-to-10 ratio, but again, our group size maxes at 18 children for our 2 teachers as well. So a group size of 20 total. BioKids actually sits right next door. We're within a couple of feet from both biology buildings on campus. On top of the 2 classrooms we already currently have open, we're opening a brand new renovated classroom called Discovery Preschool. It will house our 2-year-olds, which will be a 1 to 6 ratio, holding a total group size of 12 children. We're hoping to open that up by November 1st of 2020.
Hi, I'm Thien Vu. I'm a graduate student in the Jorgensen Lab in the School of Biological Sciences. I'm outside of the School of Biological Sciences biology building. This is where we hang out during coffee hour. Today I'm going to talk to you about lab spaces. Labs have different styles, but you can expect to have your own bench and desk where you do your experiments and write about your experiments. Some labs share a common space with no separation between benches and desks. You can expect graduate students to constantly converse about their experiments and discoveries with each other at the whiteboard here in these spaces. Some labs have clear separations between benches and desks. You can see graduate students think very intensely on their project at these desk spaces, but At coffee hour, they take longer time to discuss with each other about their discoveries. Functional lab space also think about accessibility. You can expect accessible entrances into your lab space. Ecologists don't believe in borders, so they travel to remote places in the world for their experiments. And when they are back, they share with us their Indiana Jones stories. The School of Biological Sciences house the state-of-the-art core facilities. They are here to support your experiments. The vivarium has diverse species to support your experiments. We have the most advanced microscopy core, from confocal microscopies to super resolution microscopy. We also have the state-of-the-art electron microscope, from scanning electron microscope to transmission electron microscope to cryo-electron microscope. So you can view the exquisite structure of the cell to the shape of proteins. Graduate students have fun. We talk a lot during coffee hour about our project and our experience in graduate school. We interact before and after lectures to talk to lecturers about the state of science. We also organize a lot of hikes, and you can imagine that ecologists are the best hikers.